Today we're decluttering my lipsticks. I have a total of 30 of them, and that includes regular, bullet lipsticks, miniature lipsticks, ColourPop lippy sticks, long skinny ones, short fat ones, just everything I own. I want to go over the categories with you before I get started with decluttering. I have one which is keep. Obviously I'm going to keep them. 2 is get rid of, and that doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to toss them in the trash. It just means that they are going to live somewhere else. Whether that be sold on my Poshmark store, being sold on Glambot, given to a friend, donated to a shelter if it is unused. Only when something is past its expiration date will I actually toss it. The third category is to review, and that is because during the month of February I'm going to be hardcore working on my beauty channel, so I am going to have things that I need to review that are new or whatever. And then the fourth one, which I'm hoping to avoid using, is archive. For me, I am an incredibly sentimental person, and sometimes I have extreme emotional connections to items because they represent a different time or blah 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 blah, and I end up putting them in my makeup archive. So I'm hoping to avoid doing that this time around, but who knows. Alright, I've been rambling for too long. Let's actually get to decluttering. I think I'm going to start with all this stuff here first. Move this out of the way. The majority of what is here is ColourPop, but I do have a few different brands in here. I do have 2 unopened items. This is a Bite Multi-Stick in the shade Almond. I am putting this in my to review pile, and this Makeup Forever Pro Sculpting Lip is also going in my to review pile, and I will be figuring out at the end of the month if I want to keep them. By the way, I am counting things that are in my to review as keep. This next item here is a Pacifica Power of Love lipstick, and this is in the shade Sweet One. The shade is very pretty. I like it. It's a nice kind of 90s brown. Unfortunately, it has separated from the bullet and it smells off, so I am going to have to toss this. These ones go bad incredibly quickly, so I probably won't be repurchasing from the line just because of that. The rest of these are all ColourPop items. This first one here is Wet. This is a very unusual shade, but I kind of like it. So I am going to be keeping this one. Hopefully I'll be able to use it this upcoming month in like a tutorial or something. This one here is Confetti. This was limited edition a while ago, and it's a ultra glossy red. And or a hyper glossy red. And while I like this, the formula is kind of obnoxious and it smears everywhere, so I am going to be getting rid of this, even though when I do wear it, it makes me feel like a badass, but I'm constantly having to pay attention to my lips. This one here is Brink. This is a matte one. This is kind of like a neutrally pink color. I'm not going to wear this, so I am going to get rid of it. This next one here is Bitchette. This is a deeper red, and I really like this one. It's one of my favorite colors from the brand. Keeping this one. I have Fighter, which is another red. I actually really do like red lipsticks, and I'm kind of on the fence about this. I'm going to compare this to other swatches that I have in my collection, because like I can kind of take it or I can kind of leave it. I just want to see how it pairs up to everything, so I'm putting that to the side for now. I have Cougar. This one is kind of like a fuchsia color. I'm not going to wear this because I have a similar shade already, so I'm going to be getting rid of that. I have Tootsie. This is a really weird kind of grayish color, and I really like how unusual it is, so I'm going to keep it. This one over here is Frenchie, and it's a matte kind of, I'd like to call this a neon red. I really like this one. Like, it's super poppy and super bright. This one is staying. I've actually used it quite frequently. I have Cookie. This is a matte flesh-toned nude. Seeing as how I do not have a flesh-toned nude in my collection, I am going to keep this one. I like using it sparingly on the lip instead of just going in full force. Here is Parker. This is a brownish nude, and I like this one more than Cookie, but it's a little bit darker. I'm going to retain Cookie just for tutorial purposes right now, and then I'll kind of determine whether or not I actually want that at the end of the month, TBH. And this last one here is Lady. This is another kind of red color. It's a bit vampier than everything else. It's actually quite red toned. So I'm going to also place that over here with Fighter to determine whether or not I want it when I compare it to other things. So moving on to the little acrylic case, I just have a whole bunch of stuff from different brands, high-end, drugstore, like dollar lipsticks. This first one here is a Bite Beauty Moods Bouche sample. This is in the shade Radish, and this is the one that's pretty similar to Cougar. So there's really no use keeping both. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, I do like Cougar better because it's a bit warmer and bright. So I think I'm actually going to get rid of Radish and actually keep Cougar because I prefer this one over that one. This is an Urban Decay lipstick in their newest formulation, and it's in the shade Ex-Girlfriend. It's a very sheer neutral color, but I really like this for kind of like a touch of makeup, like a hint, like I woke up like this. That's kind of my go-to style nowadays. So I'm keeping this one. This Milk makeup lip color, I really wanted to like this. Like, they have this milk melt technology that's supposed to be amazing. It feels really good on the hand, but on the lips, it doesn't really perform the way that I want it to. It's a little thick. So I am unfortunately going to be passing this one on. I haven't even used this Wet n Wild one, and this is in the shade Java. I bought this to do kind of like a review post a while ago, but it's a little too frosty for my liking, and since it's unused, I'm probably just gonna end up donating this one. This Makeup Forever mini is kind of getting old, which is why I want to use it up. It's almost gone. I've used quite a bit of it. Unfortunately, I don't know if they still make this line, but I really, really like the color. It's kind of like a sheer My Lips, but better. So this one is staying, and I want to get through it by, like, I don't know, March or something. The next three are Essence lipsticks. These are pretty affordable at the drugstore. This one is All You Need Is Red. Unfortunately, this is a Europe exclusive. So let's take a look at that. And it's really sheer. Let's see, let's not swatch it on top of the other one. Yeah, it's really sheer. So I think I'm gonna pass this along to a friend. This one is On the Catwalk. This one you can find in the United States. Again, this one is pretty sheer. It's more of a berry red. I'm going to get rid of that one. I actually have another flesh tone nude. This is why you have to go through and take inventory of what you have. This one is called Nude Love, and this one is way too light. That is going to look like shit on me. So I'm going to pass this along, and hopefully a fairer friend will appreciate it. This is a Lancome lipstick. It's like one of those gift with purchases ones. And when I first got this, I was like, oh my god, this is hideous, because it just looks weird. But I actually really like it because it's so unusual. Like, it's not picking up on camera, but it's got like a lot of glitter in it. There you go, you can kind of see that. And I really like this as a statement lip or kind of like a highlight thing, so I'm going to keep that. MAC Rebel, I bought this because everyone hypes it up during autumn. I don't particularly like it on me, so I am going to be passing this on. I'm already getting stuff everywhere, of course. This is the Lipstick Queen in Sinner Rust. I really do like this color. It's beautiful. It's like my perfect ideal brick red. I think it's unfortunately time to say goodbye to it though, because it is getting old and it's starting to smell a little bit like expired lipstick. So with a heavy heart, I am going to have to pass this to the grave. And I have a Revlon lipstick. This is in the shade Brazilian Tan. I was holding on to this for a long time. Look, another kind of like brownish nude. But I was holding on to this for a very long time because I thought originally that it was a limited edition shade, but I can buy it, and that's why I haven't been using it. I do like it, and it does smell good. It still smells fresh, so I'm going to keep that. This is a Besame lipstick. I really like this company because it's basically historical makeup. And this is in the shade Chocolate Kisses. It's kind of another brownish red color. And I really do like it, so it is staying. So these three are Winky Lux products. I am going to be putting these all in the to review pile, but I know that I'm probably going to get rid of two of these once I finish reviewing them. This first one here is Latte, which is a 90s nude brown. It's kind of yellow toned. It's actually kind of similar to the Brazilian Tan, but matter and more brownish. So that one is going into review. This one here is Voodoo. This is the one that I love. Like, this is my favorite black lipstick ever. And it looks like it swatches shittily, but I just have to be really careful when I apply this because this bullet is very fragile. I have broken two of these so far, so I have to be really careful. But it is a really beautiful, deep, rich black. And then this other one here is called Blue Moon, and it's a blue, and it doesn't perform very well. So Once these are reviewed, 2 of them are gone. These are all the items that I am keeping. This side is keeping for sure, and this side is the to review questionable side, so these may or may not end up being here by the end of the month. But overall, right now, I am keeping 19 lipsticks, and I am getting rid of 11, so I did pretty well. I got rid of over 30%. Out of the 11 that I'm getting rid of, 9 are either being donated, given to friends, or sold on like Poshmark or whatever, and 2 are being tossed because they are too old. So that was all of my lipsticks. I'm feeling pretty good about it, but I honestly thought that I'd be getting rid of more, so The next decluttering video I'm going to be doing is my liquid lipsticks, so keep an eye out for that. It is going up this same day. Check it out.